Hello. If you have spotted my video channel advert on the window to the torture chamber that is this flat in Dayak Court, Peckham, then I thank you for taking the trouble to check it out. I'm the ugly old cycling weirdo, rarely seen without my grey hoodie. Disgusting, nasty, shameful and pervy might well describe some of the activities of my past life. But being secretly targeted for the last 15 years might not be something you are aware of. If you know I'm stalked and harassed by strangers outside, spied on and invisibly tortured when in the flat, then you don't need to watch and listen to this video any further. This video is for any person with a spark of humanity and has understandable fears about the technologies available to watch, control and spy on all of us. Better people than myself are also being subjected to much the same targeting elements. These include journalists and whistleblowers. It is this bigger picture of covert targeting the reason you need to contact me. I do have very credible evidence of one part of my targeting, the part you are aware of, and which has led to my being an outcast. I need you to tell me what you know. Despite having evidence, mainstream media remain silent. Mental health services use silence and evasiveness, and the police are stitch-up merchants, seemingly adopting some of the tactics employed by the Stasi, and one of those tactics might be revenge porn sanctioned by the state. So this is not just about me. There are targets of this current conspiracy theory in many so-called democracies, and their lives and health also being stealthily destroyed. I implore you not to stay silent. Please get in touch. Ideally, you should try to contact me in person or leave a note or letter in my mailbox. I'll leave a couple of links to some of my evidence in the description box below. Evidence, I remind you, the police have dismissed because they are one organisation involved in the targeting.
He murdered 12 people. Aaron Alexis reached out to a support group for help.
The New York Post obtained emails from Alexis detailing delusions and paranoia. Jenny Doran joins us now live tonight in our newsroom. She has a look at that for us. Jenny?
Leanne and Allison, these emails confirm much of what we've already learned. Alexis was driven by delusions, but now it's his own words shedding light on his tormented mind.
Aaron Alexis opened fire on the Navy Yard last month, killing 12 and wounding several others. The New York Post is now reporting 2 weeks before his deadly rampage, he emailed the human rights organization Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance several times. When we tried calling the nonprofit for comment, we got this message.
We're a human rights organization that assists those who are targeted with organized stalking and remote electronic assaults.
The Post obtained their email conversations exclusively. The first from September 1st read in part, I've not allowed them to scare me off my job, but I fear the constant bombardment from the ELF weapon is starting to take its toll on my body. 15 days later, the cryptic words, my ELF weapon, were hand scratched on the side of his shotgun. Investigators believe they may be a reference to the extremely low frequency radio waves Alexis, a former Navy reservist, felt controlled by. The email shared with the New York Post also suggests the mass shooting was a revenge attack against the U.S. Navy. I have what I believe to be the locations for where they've been developing these weapons for decades. The ELF weapons are part of the weapons systems of most of the modern vessels fielded by the Navy. I want to become part of this effort mostly for self-preservation. The voices they've induced into my head are tiresome. However, if I can figure out how to keep them from disturbing my sleep cycles, I would be most interested to find out.
I can't vouch for the veracity of anyone stating that they are being targeted. Some do cite hearing voices, and though this is a symptom of schizophrenia, the technology to simulate this symptom is available, and was exposed to a wider audience during the war against Iraq, a war based on lies of weapons of mass destruction. Hearing voices has never factored in my targeting, but I do get burning sensations every day when in the flat, should I remain still for a while, and always when I sleep. And it doesn't matter where I sleep in the flat or torture chambers. I've recorded tenants stating they are burning me, which might point to my reality of having a mercenary neighbour, one happy to assist in the more sinister and horrific part of my targeting if it brings them short-term rewards. To sum up, I have evidence, very credible evidence, of being a pariah. You can watch 2 videos proving this, and the link is in the description below. I've been targeted since 2009. Gang stalking is real. It needs to be made public. It would be a very significant breakthrough if you could put your ill feeling or hatred of me to one side and help prove this conspiracy theory by contacting me with whatever you have heard or seen about me. I realise this won't be easy, but it is an essential component to help expose the targeting. Thank you.